Cover all the arguments used to assert that Cell is universal and beyond. I'll just explain why I believe he isn't.
So a couple of days ago, I made a video explaining why Cell is in fact universal and the arguments against it are absolutely terrible, debunking a person's video in the process. But however, it looks like a guy by the name of Von Key decided to make a video explaining why Cell is not universal. On top of this, he also makes many additional claims that downplay Dragon Ball, which I will debunk in this video.
Even in the Toyverse continuity, Cell required charging to reach a level where he can destroy the solar system with his Kamehameha. It's explicitly mentioned in countless sources that his ki increased to a high enough level where he can destroy the solar system.
The scans that you sent within your video do not actually prove that it was necessary for Cell to actually reach solar system level via charging ki. Most of the scans simply just say that Cell charged his ki enough to destroy the solar system, not that it can't destroy anything beyond that. So let's not place some sort of false dilemmas here, man. Also, on top of that, just because it stated that the energy is enough to destroy the solar system does not mean that it was necessary to be charged in the first place. The energy doesn't need to be charged for Cell to be solar system level. It just claims that the energy is solar system level at bare minimum, which means that your argument is not only a false dilemma but a blatant non sequitur.
Now, why does this matter? It matters because of the wording. The statement suggests that Cell's ki until that point was not at a level where it can destroy a solar system and that it needed to increase to reach such a level. Meaning that Cell's energy right before he started charging up his Kamehameha was not high enough to destroy the solar system.
Even if we do suppose that the guidebook statements do actually claim that Cell needs to charge up his energy with a Kamehameha in order to be solar system level at best, this would literally contradict the entire source material that is already shown within the Dragon Ball Z anime. This is because we have feats like Frieza casually exploding planet Namek, and after the explosion of planet Namek, not only did it destroy Namek, but it destroyed an entire freaking galaxy. Unlike statements which are actually propositional, meaning they can be true or false, feats are literally blatant. Like, this is literally on screen. The galaxy gets blown up. So if Cell starts to claim that, oh, I'm only solar system level, man, Cell is literally wrong, because a person who is way weaker than him can blow up a galaxy.
The point of contention is that Cell's Kamehameha reached solar system destroying power while he was in the middle of charging, and when he reached its peak, it must have gotten stronger. And yes, I agree, it got stronger. I do, however, disagree that it got significantly stronger, as the amount of charging Cell needed for his energy to increase enough to destroy the solar system is far more than the amount of time he had remaining after that landmark. In other words, it's unlikely that Cell managed to even double the amount of energy in his Kamehameha. And furthermore, the Kamehameha is never depicted as increasing the power of the user that much. For example, against Raditz it was like a 2 to 3 times increase, and against Frieza it was even less than that.
Yeah, so your induction is not going to actually follow, because Cell actually claims later that he's going to destroy everything, as well as claim that he's going to destroy the solar system, so it's perfectly fine for Cell's Kamehameha at the very end to reach universal tier, but it doesn't actually have to reach universal tier prior. It can be solar system level, and then the further amplified version is universal. That's totally fine.
Beyond that, Broly is directly confirmed by Koyama to be unable to destroy galaxies or even multiple solar systems in one shot.
Hey man, so why are we using scans of people trying to gaslight an old man to feed their agendas? Koyama as an independent source is way too inconsistent to be verified, so I think Koyama would only be reliable if what he's saying is backed up by the source material. And in the source material, we literally see the galaxy getting obliterated instantly by Broly.
Since Broly scales above Cell,
I don't disagree that Z Broly is stronger than Cell, but wholly begging the question fallacy, you literally did not prove this premise was true.
now let's cover the arguments. Number 1, Cell's goal was to destroy the universe. Number 2, Cell said that he would destroy everything with his Kamehameha, thus he would have destroyed the universe or even the entire Dragon Ball macrocosm. Number 3, Cell scales above Frieza, who withstood a galaxy level explosion. Number 4, Cell is galaxy level because he was going to destroy the solar system, which is a galactic nebula. Number 5, Cell scales above movie 8 Broly, who destroyed the South Galaxy and can destroy the universe. Number 6, when Earth is shaken, Piku says that it's as if the whole universe is shaking. Number 1, while Cell's goal was to destroy the universe, that doesn't mean that it would have been blown up in one shot. Even Bull, being much greater than Cell, was only destroying the universe over time.
Okay, so there are plenty of issues with your argument. So the first argument relies on possibility because Cell claims that he could use instant transmission to another planet after the Earth gets destroyed. But this argument is completely flawed because it uses the phrase could, which entails that it's a possibility. If Cell is universal and he destroys the universe, then the possibility of him being able to instant transmission to another planet is false. You can't conclude a proposition as fact when the proposition itself claims that it's possible, not that it's actual. Your boo point is also false because destroying a galaxy in one shot can still be interpreted as destroying a couple of planets within a few years. Because within those events of a few years, he destroys a galaxy in one shot, which would still mean that he destroys hundreds of planets within a few years. Also, this isn't Boo quote-unquote destroying the universe over time, because Boo literally isn't even trying within this entire segment of the old ages in Dragon Ball. And we know this is the case because Goku in the Boo saga confirms that Kid Boo can poof the universe, which means that in a quick amount of time, Kid Boo can literally just blow up the universe easily.
Number 2, Cell himself states that after he blows up everything with his Kamehameha, he will use instant transmission to go to another planet, proving that this interpretation is false. The word everything is subject to context. In this scene, Cell is talking to Gohan after he's saying that he'll blow up Earth in the solar system, so it can simply refer to Earth and its people or even the entire solar system, not that he'll blow up everything in the macrocosm. Number 3, even if you want to claim that all universe Frieza is galaxy level, that alone won't prove that Cell is universal by itself, and this being a galaxy level feat is blatantly wrong, since it seems that it was simply a zoom into the explosion. This is supported by the fragments of Namek being visible.
You see how you pull this out of your ass? There's literally no evidence that the fragments shown on screen are the same fragments from planet Namek. A galaxy in of itself contains tons and tons of celestial bodies, planets, stars, etc. So for you to make the claim that it is actually Namek in question is an extreme claim that needs justification. Because planet Namek is too far from the edges of the galaxy, it would make more sense for it to just be a visual representation of an explosion. For example, when comic books or other kinds of media depict an explosion, artists usually like to add debris or flinging rocks to make the explosion look more visually appealing. It's not actually anything regarding realism or anything like physics or just anything like that. I don't know why we're trying to apply real world laws or realism to try to debunk something that isn't even real and is fictional.
Number 5, Broly did not destroy the South Galaxy. The movie takes place within the South Galaxy. We see.
Alright, so this interpretation is completely false because yes, while the movie does take place within South Galaxy, everything outside of the planet that is in South Galaxy was completely destroyed, and the only remnants of South Galaxy that even exist is just a singular planet, which is the one where Goku, Broly, and everyone else are fighting at. This is further supported because Paragus comments how him and Broly will rule over all of the other 3 galaxies, suggesting that the South Galaxy was completely decimated, so therefore there would be nothing left ruling. If the South Galaxy truly wasn't destroyed, then there would still be something to rule over for Paragus and Broly, but there isn't. If your interpretation is actually true, it would be more expected for Paragus to actually mention the South Galaxy when talking about what he's going to rule with Broly.
Many planets and many starry skies in the South Galaxy, with both Goku and King Kai acknowledging that the South Galaxy itself is still intact. So
just because King Kai told Goku to go check out South Galaxy does not mean that South Galaxy's matter still exists. It could just be talking about the area of South Galaxy where it was prior to the destruction. A similar analogy would be if the Japanese military told someone to go check out Hiroshima and it's just Hiroshima being completely decimated. Also, the scenery with skies in the background doesn't actually prove that the galaxy was not destroyed, as it can also just be for visual appealing, because if you just made the sky look dark and black for some reason, it wouldn't actually be as visually appealing. Like, I don't know what's up with you trying to create like a realism within fiction, like saying, oh dude, there's this in the background, this in the background, distance this, distance that, man.
The statement on how Broly destroyed the South Galaxy can be instead interpreted as him killing the life in that region, as opposed to him having destroyed all celestial bodies within it.
Okay, so if I'm destroying a house, does that mean I'm destroying the entire Earth?
And by the way, the galaxy at the start of the movie is not the entire South Galaxy, it was confirmed to be simply a singular galaxy within it.
Okay, so this is blatantly wrong because the Chozenshu confirms that Broly did in fact destroy South Galaxy, specifically using a specific type of Super Saiyan transformation, and it's also later confirmed that he did in fact destroy every single southern galaxy.
And while Broly did plan to destroy the universe, that was only going to be accomplished over time and slowly.
But the universe is infinite, so to destroy an infinite universe, you would need to have infinite speed.
Now, would this make Broly and Cell galaxy busters? The answer is no, since Broly is unable to destroy multiple solar systems in one shot, as confirmed by Koyama.
That is literally textbook definition of death of the author. Are you dumb on purpose?
Hence, we can argue that the galaxy at the start of the movie that was destroyed was simply destroyed over time and the footage was likely sped up for us. This is also backed up by how fast the galaxy was spinning. It can be argued and interpreted as this being a time-lapse as opposed to real time.
Again, you are literally being logically disingenuous because this is just presupposing that real-life laws must be included within fiction when the galaxy could just be spinning really fast to make things look visually appealing, because if we had a static galaxy being destroyed, it would not be fun to watch because a static galaxy is really boring and has no appeal. And again, with the old man gaslighting, you cannot take this guy seriously.
This would also explain why we don't see any ki blasts and any huge explosions. I would also like to note that it's possible that the galaxy was not destroyed in the sense that we always assume it was. While yes, it's possible that Broly blew up all the celestial bodies within the galaxy, it's also equally possible that this was just a metaphorical representation for the life being destroyed within the South Galaxy.
Yeah, you never actually justified the semantics for visual process referring to metaphorical imagery and not just the visual process of the galaxy getting fucking wiped.
Make far more sense with the context and what Koyama has said about Broly's power.
Old man gaslighting. Say it with me now. Old man gaslighting.
Furthermore, if Broly was actually blowing up celestial bodies, it would make no sense for Goku to follow that key and to try to teleport on those destroyed worlds, because he would literally end up in outer space and suffocate to death.
Instant transmission exists. To make my concluding statement, here's all of the scans that I can find about Cell being universal, and it's very, very consistent. Any anti-feat that disproves Cell being universal is far less consistent than the consistency of Cell being universal. And as previously shown in the video, Broly also has galaxy to universal level feats, so very obvious. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. See ya.